There's a storm up brewing. Hey guppies, and welcome back to another episode of My Magical Mondays. So welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. We are doing a Q&A today. I was originally going to do this with Mermaid Adelaide and myself, but Mermaid Adelaide couldn't make it, so I'm gonna try to answer for her. It shouldn't be too hard because we know each other pretty well. So I just asked you guys on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, about what questions you have for a professional mermaid, what questions you have for mermaids themselves, and so I was just gonna answer them right now to the best of my ability. So it is Monday. This will be posted on the same day that it is being filmed. So I am trying to get through this really fast. It's already like 6 p.m. It's been cloudy and overcast all day. I have a really janky lighting situation set up. I'm doing this in my family room because I finished freshman year at UNC and my room is an absolute mess and none of it is decorated correctly, and so the first couple videos of the summer will be in here. Next week, I'll be doing an interview, so it'll most likely be in here as well. Ow. I just bit my lip. Oh, my lip, my cheek. Anyways, let's get to your questions. First question I have today was submitted by Amanda Merja. Thank you, Amanda. She actually asked a couple questions. She said, how long can you hold your breath? Well, I can hold my breath for 1:45 right now. Just to give you a scale of what that means, most people can hold their breath for 30 seconds. What's it feel like to wear a silicone tail? Well, uncomfortable. If it's the right size for you, it should be uncomfortable, but not too uncomfortable. You don't want your limbs going numb. That would be unfortunate. So at the bottom of the tail is a monofin. It's basically like wearing two flippers, but your feet are right next to each other. I have really bony feet, so my ankle bones like clash together and it's just really painful. And then also, since the tails are silicone, when you put them on, they're full of room, but then once you get in the water, once you get straight down in the water, all the air sucks out the top because of the water pressure, and suddenly your knees are like as close together as they can be. I literally, after a mermaid party that's like an hour and a half long, my knees have bruises on them and it hurts to lay on my side with my knees together, like when I'm going to bed. It's actually one of the less glorious parts of being a mermaid. Everyone thinks that being a mermaid is super easy and you just have to sit there and look pretty, but it does get hard and it does hurt. It is uncomfortable, but you just have to smile through it. Are the fish friendly, unbothered, or afraid of you? It depends on the fish. Stingrays love attention. I actually call them the puppies of the sea because they will swim up to you and stay near you until you pet them, and then once you're done petting them, they'll swim away and they'll come back 5 minutes later looking for more pets. If they're a bigger fish, they tend to be unbothered, and fish definitely can be scared of you if you are stepping on their home or, you know, you surprise them when they're not looking. They'll swim away and get really scared, or they might come towards you and try to bite you because they're just looking to investigate. And you know, sharks don't have hands or arms, and so their teeth are their hands and arms, really. What's your favorite and least favorite part of your job? My favorite parts are the magical moments. Instead of talking about mermaids for this question, I'm going to talk about being characters for this question because I personally have not done any meet and greets with any kids other than, you know, birthday parties as a mermaid. Doing meet and greets as a character and being able to make something magical for a kid is the best feeling in the world. For example, this most recent party that I had, I was friends with Supergirl, and this little girl, Supergirl said that she was probably around 4 years old. Her name was Stella. She came up to Supergirl and told her about her balloon that had flown away about 5 minutes beforehand. So Supergirl did what she could, and she told the little girl, "I'm gonna go get your balloon for you." And she said, "How are you gonna do that?" And Supergirl answered that she could fly. She came back, balloon in hand, to the little girl, gave her a new balloon, and the little girl was amazed. The dad even said, "You're blowing her mind right now," because the little girl suddenly believed that there was someone out there that was a superhero, that could fly, that she could believe in and she could have hope with. And those moments are simply amazing to be living through because you don't get those moments very often. You don't get to let those things happen for children and see the magic in their eyes and let them feel so safe with someone. And that's truly the best part about this job, is that I get to see those moments happen all the time. My least favorite part of the job, I'd have to say probably getting into the tail. Okay, next question is from my friend Sydney Morgan. Thank you, Sydney, for... Oh, she said, "How expensive are mermaid tails and how much fun is it? Because OMG, that sounds like so much fun. Take me with you." Thank you, Sydney. I wish I could take you with me. It is so much fun. I've always dreamed of being a mermaid. Ariel was always my favorite character in Disney, and I just loved the idea of being in the water all the time. How expensive are mermaid tails? Well, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for your basic fabric tail, the lowest price starts at $100. Now, a full silicone tail, I would have to say a full silicone tail is it depends, because you can get something that's already made and then you just buy it, or you can get something that's handcrafted for you and custom made to your measurements, which is what most people get. The ones that are handcrafted can start at $3,000. Yeah, it's a big commitment. These girls that are professional mermaids are not kidding. Luckily, I have an amazing job with Wands and Wishes where I get to wear all sorts of full silicone tails, which is pretty awesome. It's pretty cool. This one is a DM from Effortless Life. She said, "Hey girly, I'm looking into becoming a pro mermaid. However, I have no idea where to start. And I don't have my friends or family supporting me on this one, so I wanted to ask for some advice. I was thinking about starting with breathing, but I don't know what to do or where to go to learn that, as well as how to swim gracefully like a mermaid. Any feedback will help a lot. Thank you in advance." I'm sorry this video took so long to get to you to answer your question, but what I would do first, go get your scuba certification. If you are old enough, which you most likely are, because I think you can start your scuba certification at, it's either 10 or 12 years old. Now, go find a place. There are scuba shops everywhere. I live in Colorado, it's a landlocked state, and scuba shops are all over. There's one in Denver, there's one in Lafayette or Westminster, there's one in Greeley. They're everywhere and they all offer lessons. So if you have the money, go get a scuba certification, because that will help you swim more gracefully, and it will help you with breath control and your buoyancy control in the water, and it will definitely help with everything that you need to know for mermaiding. My friend Allison Stewart, love you Allison, asked me, are you friends with Nemo? I am not, but Mermaid Adelaide most definitely is. Adelaide is actually named after a major port city in Australia, Adelaide. And that's because she was born off the coast of Australia, and she doesn't have an Australian accent because, you know, human migration patterns are different than mermaid migration patterns. She is from off the coast of Australia, and she is friends with Nemo, as he lives right there off the Great Barrier Reef. And she's also friends with Crush. She likes to go on daily swims with Crush in the EAC along with Squirt. The next question is from Kaylee Walliser. I'm pretty sure that's how you say that. Sorry, Kaylee. How did you get your work as a mermaid? I don't know. Well, you see, actually, I got my work as a mermaid because I had gone to like the aquarium multiple times and I had seen the mermaids multiple times, and I was like, when do I get to do that? Like, I remember, oh, actually, I totally remember the time. I was at the aquarium with my friend Amanda, and I think we were there on my 16th birthday, and we went and saw the mermaid show, and I thought to myself, hey, that's a job. Someone is getting paid for that. Why aren't I? And so I actually went and asked the mermaids at the aquarium, hey, how old do you have to be to do this? The next question is from Grounded Geek 521. He said, I've heard there's going to be a mermaid uprising. Is it true? Anyways, next question. He said, how do you feel every time you look down to see your tail instead of your feet and legs? I feel amazing whenever I look down and I see a tail, because I love hanging out with kids. I love talking to them, and I think they may be the most insightful people on this planet. Just because, you know, they haven't experienced a lot yet, but they are so honest and pure and utterly gullible, and they'll believe anything, and they'll believe that they can do anything, and that's something that adults need to be able to do too. Christiana Blackburn asked, is it hard learning how to be a mermaid? Not if you're already trained in swimming and all the other things that I've already done, but if you can dream it, you can do it. So you can do it. What kind of training do you do? You can read about it all on their website. They actually have it listed at the Denver Aquarium. It's like an endurance test, a performance test, making sure you can swim such and such a length, making sure you can hold your breath for however long. And then at Wants and Wishes, we did something very similar where it was like an endurance test, seeing how long you can hold your breath, and not much else. They're all mermaid auditions, at least the two that I've done, seem to be very similar. We do this thing called hookah training. You can see this on the Wants and Wishes Instagram. Essentially, it's where you use a regulator that has a really long line, and the tank stays at the top of the water, either out of the water or attached to a BCD and floating on the surface. Brendan Gant said, what made you want to be a mermaid? P.S. I'm your biggest fan. Thank you, Brendan. I believe you, maybe? But anyways, I love you. And what made me want to be a mermaid? My obsession with it as a child. Because I was always obsessed with mermaids, and I was like, Ariel, why did you want to be a human? Because like, I just want to be a mermaid. And I also loved aquamarine, and as soon as I saw the mermaids at the Denver Aquarium, I was like, Girls gotta do that. And then this question is slightly unrelated, but I said you could ask any questions you want. I've been talking about mermaids this whole time, but here's a different question. It says, what's your favorite ride in Disney World?
I don't know. Sorry.
But the reason why I don't know that answer is because I actually have only been to Disney World twice. My favorite ride at Disneyland, because I've been there way more, is Pirates of the Caribbean. I absolutely love that. But I also love Haunted Mansion and... Are you done? I love Haunted Mansion and Indiana Jones and Space Mountain, but I love all the rides so much, but I probably have to say Pirates of the Caribbean just because I'm like super infatuated with Johnny Depp. But favorite part about the Pirates of the Caribbean ride is the fact that the ride was made before the movie. The movies were based on the ride, and I just think that's amazing. Because I'm a nerd and I love Disney facts. So, if the thunder's gonna stop thundering, just a couple more questions. How do people react when you tell them you're a mermaid? They go crazy, or they just think that I'm kidding, or kids will be like, no you're not, or they might be like, oh my god, you're a mermaid! That's so cool! Tell me everything. And adults will be adults. Madeline McCarty, former Disney cast member, she's the best. She asked me where I'll be living on my Disney College program. I hope to be living in Patterson Court with 5 other lovely ladies, but I don't get to put in my housing request for another little bit. So, I don't know yet for sure. What are you most excited for in the DCP? This is also from Madeline. Thank you, Madeline, for asking all these questions, by the way. If the thunder will stop interrupting me, I'm super excited to have my job be character attendant. At first, I was a little bummed out that I didn't get character performer, but now I realize that 1, I still get to work towards my dream of being a character performer, and that's gonna be amazing because then it's not like boom, done, sealed deal, like now I still have things to work towards. And also, I am also super pumped of my job being character attendant because all I want to do when I go to Disney parks is just hang out with the characters and talk to them all the time. And now I get to get paid to do that, so life's good. I'm so excited to get to hang out with any of the characters, honestly. At first I was like, you know, some characters are better than others, but they're not. They're all the best. I love them so much and I'm so excited, but I am so excited to watch the characters do their job. It's gonna be so fun! What am I most nervous for? Okay, so people keep asking me what I'm nervous for the DCP, and I'm not. I'm not super nervous, in all honesty. I have been ready for this for a long time. I am a little nervous, however, not about the DCP, but missing my family and my friends and my boyfriend. It's gonna be really hard to be away from people because I went to college an hour away from my house and I could visit almost every weekend, and now I'm just gonna be alone. And that concludes our Q&A. Okay. Thank you so much for asking all the questions you guys asked. This is actually a little bit longer than I expected it to be, but that's fine because I'm just gonna edit and post it tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you tune in to next week's video. I am actually trying to do something really cool, I think, before I leave for Disney. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, give it a like, and give me a comment down below what you liked about this video and if you're gonna watch the video next week. So let me know, and I will see you later, guppies.